The film begins by showing us a world that has now been devastated. There is no greenery, blue sky, or clean water visible anymore. To live in this world, humans have to wear oxygen masks, otherwise, they would die immediately. We meet a man named Darius, who, along with his elderly father, is searching for something in a building. They are at a distance from each other, and Darius warns his father to be careful. Shortly after, the floor collapses, causing his father to fall and lose his oxygen mask. By the time Darius reaches him to help, his father has already died. Upon his father's death, he cries a lot and later returns to his home, which is an underground bunker. We learn that Darius' wife, Maya, and daughter, Zora, also live there. They are also deeply saddened to learn that Darius' father is no longer in this world. Maya is a biologist and Darius is an engineer. Together, they have built a machine that can filter air and provide oxygen. It is because of this machine that they have been able to survive and breathe in this underground bunker until now. They have everything they need to live down here, and if they ever need anything, they go up to get it. There are not many people left in the world now since they have not made contact with anyone on the radio. Darius tells his wife and daughter that he will go to bury his father tomorrow, but he will go alone and no one will come with him. That night, Darius also discovers some errors on the computer. The oxygen levels outside are dropping further, and their machine is not able to produce enough oxygen to keep all three of them alive. It is likely that Darius' father had realized this. The next day, before going outside, Darius tells his daughter Zora to always keep an eye on the generator, take care of her mother, and never leave each other. Giving her a book, Darius heads outside. His daughter and wife thought he would return by evening, but he never came back, and neither of them ever went to look for him because if they left this place, they might not be able to come back. 6 months pass, and now only Zora and her mother live in the bunker. They take care of each other, and every day Maya goes outside for a while to try planting seeds in the ground, hoping that maybe they could bring Earth back to life, but so far, there have been no signs of success. Zora constantly feels the absence of her father and often pretends to contact him or talk to him on the radio to make herself feel better. One day, Zora tells her mother that she wants to go outside to find her father, but her mother, who had refused her before, scolds her again, saying that they have already discussed this and that they cannot leave this place. This makes Zora angry. The next day, when Maya and Zora came out of their bunker because Maya needed to plant seeds in the soil, Maya approached Zora to apologize. Things were resolved between them, and they were about to return to their bunker when they saw two people approaching. Maya quickly took Zora to hide. It seemed these people knew someone lived there because one of them, a woman, started looking for the door. She found it. Was a strong iron door that required a password to enter, so they couldn't get inside without Maya or Zora's help. The woman banged on the door and shouted, asking if anyone was inside. Zora told her mother that maybe these people needed help, but her mother knew that they couldn't trust anyone in this world anymore. Their plan was to run straight to their bunker and hide as soon as these people went a little farther away. However, their oxygen machine made a noise, alerting the woman that someone was hiding there. The woman's name was Tess, and her companion Lucas was watching from a distance. As Tess approached, Maya and Zora quickly moved from their hiding spot. Lucas called out to Tess to look back, but just then, Maya and Zora pushed Tess and quickly entered the bunker. Despite Tess telling them at that moment that they needed help and were not there to harm them, Maya didn't trust her. Once they got downstairs, Maya told Tess and Lucas to leave, but Tess insisted they were there seeking help. Tess explained that the place wasn't found by chance. Her husband, Darius, was her friend, and they used to work together. Tess said she knew Maya's name and her daughter Zora's name as well. Darius had told her about the machine that filters oxygen. Tess mentioned that they had a camp 100 miles away with hundreds of people, but their machine had broken down. She pleaded to be let in so she could see the machine and make similar ones, stressing that many lives were at stake and they had very little time. Maya responded that her husband had never mentioned Tess and that she couldn't trust her. Maya also explained that the place could only support 2 people. If more people came in, the system would crash. Tess promised they wouldn't take much time and just needed to take a blueprint of the machine before leaving. Despite this, Maya refused to help. Tess and Lucas didn't leave, and Zora told her mother that they might be telling the truth and that they should help them. She pointed out that they knew about them and might really be her father's friends, possibly even knowing where he was. Reluctantly, Maya agreed to help them. However, Maya still didn't trust them. She first went outside and took their weapons. Then, giving Tess a rope, she told her to tie her companion's hands, and he would lie on the ground. Tess complied, and then Maya tied Tess's hands as well. Just as she was about to take Tess into the bunker, a third companion of theirs appeared with a gun and fired a shot. Zora, who had also come outside with her mother, fired back at the third man, injuring his shoulder. Leaving Tess behind, they quickly took the injured man into the bunker. Once inside, Maya tied him up, now completely distrustful of these people. Tess tried to explain that the man was their companion and that he had panicked and tried to save her, but Maya was not convinced. Outside, Lucas told Tess that her plan had failed and that they couldn't return empty-handed after coming so far. He insisted that they would have to do things his way now. Lucas was a bit deranged and planned to break down the door using a drill to create a big hole. However, Darius had taken all security measures and the door couldn't be easily broken. When Maya and Zora realized what was happening, they used an EMP gun to disable the drill, thwarting Lucas's plan. Maya had taken their companion, whose name was Michael, captive. Tess began looking around and found a pipe on the roof of a building that supplied air to the bunker. They needed to get Maya out because she was the key to getting inside. Tess informed Lucas to stand in front of the main gate and capture Maya as soon as she came out. However, Lucas, being unpredictable, didn't follow Tess's instructions, giving Maya the chance to climb onto a roof where she reopened the pipe. When Tess closed the pipe, they noticed it inside the bunker. After reopening it, Maya started shooting at Tess and Lucas, but both managed to survive the attack. Tess was furious with Lucas because his mistake had nearly gotten them killed. Maya was also hiding on the roof. Tess covered Lucas, allowing him to climb up. Once there, he attacked Maya and captured her. Tess and Lucas brought Maya near the door, threatening her to open it. However, there was a problem. The door couldn't be opened just with the password anymore. It could only be opened from the inside or with a key. When Maya exited the bunker, she was confident that after dealing with or scaring these people off, she would signal Zora to open the door. But by the time Maya came out, Michael had freed himself, attacked Zora, and tied her up. However, he died shortly after due to excessive blood loss. From outside, Tess and Lucas were threatening Zora, telling her that if she didn't open the door, they would kill her mother. Zora couldn't tell them about her situation because microphone was far away and she was tied up. Somehow, she managed to drag closer and informed Tess and Lucas that Michael was likely dead and she was tied up, so she couldn't open the door. Hearing this, Tess and Lucas got very angry. Tess told Maya that since her child was trapped inside, she would do anything to save her, so she asked Maya how she planned to open the door. Maya said there was one way, but they would have to go quite far. She explained that 6 months ago, when Darius went out, saying he was going to bury his father, he never returned. Instead, she received a letter indicating that he had sacrificed himself to save them. Maya knew where his body was and that he had the key with him. Tess told Lucas to stay and keep an eye on Zora while she and Maya set off on a road trip, taking extra oxygen with them. On the way, Maya, who had a vehicle, shared her situation with Tess. She explained that in a few months, their machine would only be able to keep one person alive instead of two. They still had some time, so they were trying to fix it. Maya had kept all this information hidden from Zora until now. At night, Tess and Maya arrive at a place where Maya finds her husband's corpse. She sits in front of it and starts crying, but Tess keeps telling her they don't have much time and need to take the key quickly so they can go back. While checking Darius's bag, Maya also finds a gun. She could have shot Tess immediately, but instead, she helps and takes out the key, saying to Tess, "Here it is." Tess is very happy to see it, but then the car they came in suddenly stops. These cars only run on solar batteries. Maya's leg was badly injured, and they were running out of oxygen, causing tension between them because Maya couldn't trust Tess. They both point guns at each other. Tess explains that if Maya does something foolish, her daughter will also die. She asks Maya to give her the key, saying she wouldn't be able to reach the bunker because of her injury, but Tess can and promises to come back for her. For her daughter's sake, Maya agrees to the deal, gives Tess the keycard and password, and stays behind. With little oxygen left, Tess somehow reaches near the bunker in a few hours. Lucas is still there, sitting, and Zora is still tied up inside. They quickly open the door and go down. Seeing both of them, Zora becomes very anxious and asks where her mother is. Tess tells her that her mother's leg is injured, but she is alive and she will bring her back. Zora then asks how Tess got her father's key. Tess didn't want to tell her that her father had died 6 months ago, but she had to. Zora is very saddened to hear this. Lucas is focused only on the machine, so he tells Tess to open it quickly. Tess says she needs to go back and save Zora's mother as she promised, but Lucas doesn't care about that. He threatens that if Tess doesn't take the machine's blueprints, he will kill Zora. Tess tries to calm him down, but after opening the machine, she says she can't do it and instead reveals the truth. She doesn't know Zoha's father. She had just listened to their conversations on the radio and gathered all the information from there. She thought the machine wouldn't be so complex. She insists they need to bring Zora's mother because she might be able to help. Hearing this, Lucas becomes very angry, feeling that Tess deceived him and made him do all this. Tess says the machine can only keep 2 people alive. Upon hearing this, Lucas immediately kills Tess. Upon seeing this, Zora becomes quite frightened because now she's trapped with this lunatic, and Lucas might kill her too once he learns to operate this place, as he only wanted to live in the colony Tess had mentioned. Whether it exists or not remains a mystery. Lucas brings out the bodies of Michael and Tess from the bunker. The night passes, and meanwhile, Maya somehow survives until morning. The car ran on solar power, so she quickly gets into the car and returns home. First, she seals off the air filtration pipe so that the people who have taken over their place can't come inside, namely Tess and Lucas. But Maya doesn't know that Tess has died. As soon as there is a malfunction in the system below, Lucas panics because he doesn't know what's happening and he can't fix the malfunction. He asks Zora what's happening, and she tells him that malfunctions often occur in solar panels, but they can be fixed. Lucas sends her outside where Zora meets her mother, and now both of them need to reclaim their place. After fixing the system, when Zora wants to come back inside, Lucas doesn't let her in, so mother and daughter close off the filtration again. And as Lucas comes outside, Maya shoots him immediately, which doesn't kill him but injures him. They both run towards the door, but Lucas has also arrived, armed. The system was completely down, and Maya warns him that if he fires, it will trigger a fire because there was gas in the air. He doesn't believe her and shoots, resulting in his own death. This place is no longer livable because everything has been destroyed. The last hope was the colony Tess mentioned, so with the remaining oxygen, they travel 100 miles and reach a subway. Later, they both lose consciousness, but upon waking up, they find that they have been saved. Some humans were still alive. The colony indeed existed, and a few days later, Maya and Zora join efforts to rebuild the machines they had before. The sprouts had started growing, giving them hope to revive the Earth. Although it might not happen quickly, Maya and Zora both look hopeful. With this, movie concludes. I hope you have liked this movie recap. Please like, share and subscribe for more real recaps.